I'm like, okay, Joel, makes sense. It sounds like, there's that sort of assurance. It sounds like there's, 200,000 Bitcoins every year from the US government is nuts. And everyone else piling on top of that as well.
Yeah.
And the institutions that will also pour on top of that as well. And obviously a lot more talk from superannuation funds looking at it as a more stable sort of asset. It's like, okay, there is a generational shift here. There is a huge pivot financially here. And we're about to see a lot of big money, smart money jump in. I mean, I would argue the smart money's already in there. But there's a lot of big money, institutional money that's about to jump in on this thing. Let's say it's, all right, Bisher, all right, Joel, I'm in. Let's do this thing. Here's 100K, just because it's an easy number to work with. Here's 100K. I go to your website, I create an account, and what value does Stormrake bring to my portfolio? Why am I better off not just dumping it into Bitcoin and doing it myself?
Well, you could always do it yourself. I never say that you can't do it yourself, but look, it's a new asset class, and as a broker, we want to be able to provide our clients with a level of professional services that they just wouldn't otherwise do it, right? If, for example, the lights are a bit flickery and they're going out in your house, you're going to call an electrician, you're going to get a professional to come in and fix that up, right? You're not going to go out there and do it yourself, even though you might potentially watch a YouTube video and go, hey, this kind of makes sense, I might be able to do it myself. You're going to hurt yourself potentially. And we've heard countless horror stories of people trying to do it themselves, and then they end up losing their entire investment, and then they reach a conclusion that crypto is a scam, right? But all that they did was just, invest the wrong way, or they didn't hold their private keys correctly, and it just, becomes a bit of a nightmare. So what we want to provide as a Stormrake crypto broker is a full end-to-end service for you to be able to buy, sell, swap. And then if you want to withdraw and you want to hold your assets in your own Bitcoin wallet, you certainly can. This is the beauty of what we provide. We just provide you a handheld white glove concierge service right up until the time that you choose to complete the transaction and choose to withdraw. Withdrawing doesn't end our agreement in terms of how we can serve you. So let's say you open an account, thanks to Joel's link in the show notes. You get that all up and running within less than 24 hours. I encourage you to do so. We charge a 2% transaction fee to do business with us. So on a $100,000 investment, we'll retain $2,000 for services rendered, and you'll walk away with $98,000 worth of Bitcoin. The reason why I'd want to do it with us as opposed to an exchange is that exchanges, even the major Australian ones, they charge a massive spread, a massive price markup. I'm just going to bring this up here because I want to be able to talk some numbers for the audience, right? So that way you know that I'm the real deal. So for example, right now, the spot price of BTC AUD is about 148,477. Whereas if you look at a major Australian exchange, I won't name names, they're showing about 159.97 at the moment. So that's the price that they're showing. And if I look at that compared to where we are now, and I go up to 159.97, 1 second, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, they're charging about a 1.75% spread, plus they'll charge you commission on top of that. So again, massive price markup. You're not getting the actual best execution price. Whereas what I provide, you don't even have to take my word for it. I'm sure you'll come to know that you can trust everything I say, but you don't have to take my word for it. You can log in or check out most Australian exchanges. What price are they showing you for Bitcoin AUD? And they're charging anywhere from a 1.5 to a 3% spread or markup on the price. Whereas I don't do any of that. We charge a flat commission, so you know exactly what your cost of business is going to be when you come to us. Plus, we look after this, the whole transaction for you. So rather than giving you higher prices and a poor quality of service or a lower quality of service, we give you the best execution price and a full handheld service. So that's why people would want to come to us, and then we can help you manage the sale so that if there are any assets that need to be sold and end up in your bank account, we can do that for you. And we've got a suite of 1,000 different cryptos that we can help you build your portfolio around.
One of the obvious things I can see is like it's nice to be able to pick up the phone and talk to someone.
100%.
Especially in a digital world, there's no one to talk to. Especially with something so finicky like wallets and keys, you want a guide to do this, and it's also professionally you want to have someone that can actually run that through. Do you guys actually hold that as a service in your own wallets, or?
So there's two ways you can choose to work with us. You can either choose to custody with Stormrake, and you can be one of 3,000 clients that and about $100 million worth of assets are held with us. So that's perfectly fine. Now, if you wish to withdraw, it's super easy. It's super straightforward. All you need to do is just give me your public wallet address. You send it over to us. We send you a test transfer first and foremost to make sure that you've sent us the wallet correctly. And then once you confirm it's received, we send the full balance. And we process tens of millions of dollars worth of transactions per day with no issues, right, because of like a really thorough testing process. And my clients also have a bit of a mixed approach where they will start off, custodying with Stormrake for 6 months, a year, just to kind of, get the exposure, because the time is now. I don't want you guys to get stressed out about, what am I going to do? How am I going to hold it? Which wallet am I going to use? And then never make an investment. That would be a disaster. I'd much rather help you guys get allocated, get invested, and then later on down the road, as you've learned how to set up a Bitcoin wallet on your phone, which takes you, less than 2 minutes, so it's easy to do. Then you send me your public wallet address. We can transfer your assets to you, no problems. And this is the beauty of BTC and other digital assets, is it reaches final or instant settlement within seconds or minutes. Whereas if you go and sell stock in your stockbroker's account, right, it takes sometimes 2 or 3 days for the funds to settle and clear into your account. It's T+1 or T+2 when they usually clear and settle, whereas you can reach full and instant finality of the settlement into your account with us within less than 24 hours. I had a gentleman come to me recently who wanted to take some risk off the table. He wanted to sell $1.2 million AUD worth of Ethereum. We did that for him, bang, and it was in his account within half an hour. So
yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah,
I've seen this.
You don't have that kind of level of service and accessibility in any traditional financial services. You mentioned bonds before. They're a garbage asset. They're trash. Do not hold bonds. Yeah. That is not financial advice, though. You can do whatever you want.
Of course.
And that's why I'm really bullish on this space, is that I know how quick and easy it is to get access to financial wealth, and these assets can move at breakneck speed to be able to, for you to do whatever you want to do with them.
Absolutely. I hope you enjoyed that particular clip from my conversation with the crypto guys at Stormrake. Again, I'm a big fan of crypto. I think that it was a really interesting conversation we had in giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly with regards to the industry. But these guys can help hold your hand in the particular industry and show you some tactics, help you understand when to go, when to not go, and understand the fundamentals of the particular industry as well. If you want to open an account with them, click the link in my description, click the link in my bio, and you can get started today with no matter how much or how little you want to go in with. I'll see you guys later.